allow us to be at the mercy of imports. We see significant imports coming from China and other places. We don't have testing facilities, so we don't know precisely what exactly that's being imported. Is it the right sort of panels? Do they meet global standards? But our factory gives you can see the quality and the wattage that's being produced on each panel. So that investment needs to be defended, not just for us, but for everyone else in that space as well. Sorry, I think that those are two great sources of funding. There's a lot of funding out there in the international communities as well, because everyone wants to, I call it, pay for their sins of drilling oil and all of that. So there's a big push for ESG, but you also need to be able to prepare the projects well enough for them to be fundable by these entities. And the more experience that we have, the more support that we have from a technical perspective, the more ready we would be to access this funding. But with regards to the to the pension funds, it's a good place to put your money, because you need, like I said in the panel, you need patient capital, and that's where pension funds come in. So kudos to the president, the Nigeria First policy and the solarization of public infrastructure. Those are two good policies or executive orders that have been given that would impact greatly on the growth of the local industry. Also, if you think of solar panels, for instance, maybe 60-70% of the raw materials are needed to actually manufacture are in the country, but you don't have people in the rest of the value chain, people that are mining. They need to be supported with funding. So all of that needs to be put together with a view to ensuring that this space is protected. I know that in places like South Africa, 1 in 4 panels must be local. You know, why should we not have that in Nigeria? We have these panels that are being dumped into our country. We don't know what wattage is it. We've got this grant from the World Bank, $750 million World Bank grant. I can assure you that 80%, maybe 90% of that money is leaving the country, because you're not encouraging the local players to move forward. I think that whilst I hear and I see and I'm investing in the transition, I think that there's just still too much development that needs to happen with the reserves and the resources that we have in the country to say that we are moving away completely from it. I think the world was, or Africa was saved, quote unquote, by the arrival of President Trump in America, who has shifted his focus away from ESG somewhat, and obviously the world follows America. But at the same time, there is a need for us to actively take advantage of the opportunity